Up now in the soup, we find out whether New Moon bites or sucks.
So excited!
Put on our best weave for the top model finale.
What are you, crazy?
Try to talk over Palin and Oprah.
I got a prostate problem.
And give the kiss off to another dancing star.
Love ya. Mwah.
Plus, Levi gives us the full Johnston, amazing stupidity on the Amazing Race, and the kick-ass clip of the week. Now, here's the host who watches it all for you, Joel McHale.
Welcome to the soup. Exciting news! Water has been discovered on the moon, which means one day we can go there, and if we sit very quietly, we'll still be able to hear every person on television back on Earth talking about Twilight New Moon.
We have some Twilight fanatics in the audience!
Hollywood's hottest vampire. What about the sexiest vampire?
Vampires, so sexy.
Is it the drama, the tension, the biting?
Twihard obsession.
Twilight-inspired cupcakes.
Oh, in the twilight of the new moon, a seemingly supernatural phenom.
A meat and potatoes meal hearty enough for your favorite vampires and werewolves.
No, I'm digging the wolf.
The head of the wolf pack.
I'm Wolf Blitzer.
Oh, I'm gonna see New Moon tonight. Oh, I can't wait for New Moon. Twilight, New Moon.
New Moon Collector's Edition.
A2 Elmo? Elmo can't help it. He was born a puppet. Werewolves aren't the only grunting, speech-impaired man-beast shedding clothing this week. Playgirl pinup Levi Johnston took off his Levi's, and E.T. was excited about it.
Soon, Playgirl pushes him to take the next step.
Just kind of pull them out. Yeah, like that. That's good.
Levi knows what's coming, but is he really ready? Well, our Levi Playgirl exclusive is just getting started.
Tomorrow, Levi completely naked in bed. The Playgirl footage you haven't seen.
Oh, come on, your show. Come on, it's called Entertainment Tonight, not Entertainment Tomorrow. What happens next? And who's Levi calling while naked in bed? Hello? It's me, Levi. Is Levi there? The Levi story ends in scandal. Levi Johnston did not go full frontal in his Playgirl photo shoot. The magazine made the choice when they discovered that Levi's junk looks exactly like Tara Reid's boobs. He never did anything to her. More scandal after just admitting last week that her sex tape was the biggest mistake of her life. 7 new sex tapes, 7, have surfaced featuring decrowned beauty queen Carrie Prejean. She called the second tape an error in judgment, the third tape a brain fart, the fourth and fifth tapes not that big of a deal, the sixth tape was a dare, so not really my fault, and the seventh tape is part of the liberal media conspiracy and also my best work ever. Fool me once, shame on you. Masturbate on camera 8 times, you're a porn star. Hey, 8 sex tapes? That takes care of my Hanukkah shopping. Man, people will do anything for the love of Ray J. We clearly couldn't decide on which punchline, so we went with all of them. In only the biggest interview of the year news, Oprah sat down with Sarah Palin, and quite frankly, I was shocked at where the interview went.
And so when you were making love or having sex, do you call it making love if you're working? What do you call it?
I call that porn.
When you're in these scenes and you are giving the impression in the scenes that you are really kind of having a good time, are you having a good time?
Obviously, yes.
How many men have you been with?
2012.
I didn't expect that answer, but thank you.
I did.
Okay.
That there were hours of tape that was shot.
If you, Sarah Palin, are not a professional at oral sex, then who is?
Later in the week, Oprah sat down with Jenna Jameson, and quite frankly, I was shocked at where the interview went.
How are you going to manage being vice president and the responsibilities of 5 children.
I am not going to have sex with more than one man in a scene. I'm not going to, do it in the back.
Well, Biden said the same thing, but he broke his promise. We'll be closing Guantanamo Bay, if you know what I mean. And just go away already news, Jon Gosselin has officially filed a $5 million lawsuit against TLC, claiming the network damaged his reputation and career. It's like if Hitler came back and decided to sue the History Channel for airing all those pesky World War II documentaries. Yes, Jon Gosselin, the Hitler of the Learning Channel. Warning, anyone with a sensitive stomach, you may want to leave the room now. Spencer and Heidi have written a book. In a related story, Random House just gave a 6-figure book advance to 2 chimps throwing at a laptop. I would read that. It's awesome. It really gets going around page 500. In the interest of book sales, the feud between Spidey and Al Roker has heated up to the pointless point where the insider is now trying to make something out of it. And they're kind of taking sides with Al.
I'm actually a big fan, and I was a very big fan of Al Roker, so that's a wrong statement.
And so you choose to tear them both down, and that's how you're going to build a relationship.
You just interrupt. You just interrupt.
You just interrupt.
Is that what you do? You just interrupt. You just interrupt. You just interrupt.
But you just interrupt. You just childishly, like you're doing right now on our...
When you dish it out, you're supposed to be able to take it.
Well, we're trying every day, so thank you for having us on. How to Be Famous is our book.
Then on page 721, the monkeys start throwing at each other. What's going to happen to that laptop? Let's talk about chicks, man.
Chicks, man.
Aspiring E-star Alexis Neer, how do you say her name? Who gives a crap? Has pled not guilty to burglary charges for her alleged part in a celebrity burglary ring. E has released a statement that they will be monitoring the situation closely to determine whether the network will continue to have a relationship with her. The situation will be monitored by a camera crew, then broadcast Tuesday nights at 9 for further monitoring. Let's get into bed with some criminals and soil it with some chat stew.
So meaty.
Time to check in with Oprah and Sarah Palin and see how the interview is going.
It's not about what they look like in the face. It's about how big their penises are.
Exactly. So I would think that the male candidates had a little bit easier in that arena.
She's refreshingly candid. On the Today Show, Matt interviewed a guy who is an expert on parenting. His secret is acting like a child.
Taking your children on vacation for at least a week at a time, doesn't have to be an expensive vacation, by the way, and leave your BlackBerry home.
Yes, and I want to, this is the most damning thing. And I say to every child, if your father or your mother gets on this thing while they're talking to you, then you just throw it.
No.
It is
What are you, crazy?
Your actions have consequences, sir. You're lucky that's Smucker's that jammed it. Martha Stewart held her first annual pie bake-off this week, in case you were wondering why security was so tight in New York City. This woman baked a pie and spent the rest of the episode talking about it.
Tell me about that. What kind of
I've been baking pies for like over 60 years.
You make up your own recipes, or
yes, and I came from Minnesota, so first I had to think of a pie that would take that airplane trip and still be a. And then also because I was on your show, I wanted some creativity, so I put English toffee because we love candy, and I had English toffee, and I was making pecan pie, so I thought, why not add some English toffee? And it was delicious.
I don't see how you got that pie through airport security. I mean, it was clearly filled with crystal meth. I like candy. Regis and Kelly were interviewing Meryl Streep, and Regis took the time to break some very important news to the Oscar winner.
And then the third daughter broke her leg. I mean, it never ends in your place.
What?
No. She got her
daughter
big
Grace
break.
just...
She got a big break.
Just what the hell is that?
Her first acting break.
Oh my God! It's like a shot to my heart.
Oh.
Oh
Daughter Grace just got her big break. Well, I was close.
And I heard your dog died in a tornado. What's that? Oh, you went to Toronto. Oh, I see. I was so close. We'll be right back. I love candy.
Stay tuned for reality show clip time with Nigel Lithgow getting naughty, Ray J looking for love, and ghost adventures. Plus, a douchey toast on $1 Million Listing and the kick-ass clip of the week.
Dattore.
In theaters this week, The Blind Side. The true story of how Sandra Bullock taught a 300-pound kid from the inner city of Memphis how to pass block by channeling his anger over Miss Congeniality 2. It's the feel-good revenge story of the holiday season.
Miss Congeniality 2. Welcome back. It's reality show clip time. It was the season finale of Top Model, Cycle 13, Shorties. Tyra did very little that was cringeworthy, and Nicole edged out Laura to be crowned America's Next Top Model. Tell us about your journey, Nicole.
This journey was incredibly hard. I had to learn to embarrass myself and to speak, which was a struggle.
And you just demonstrated both of those skills in your last statement, so add multitasking. So, you think you can dance? Lori Ann Gibson choreographed a dance on the show and traumatized her dancers into submission as usual, but Nigel seemed to like it.
There is no option. It's her way or the highway. You know what I mean? So that's really, really good. Don't want to run into you in a dark alley, Lorianne. Love ya. Mwah.
I do, Lorianne.
Nigel, are you saying you want to assault her, or that you want her to assault you, or that you just like hanging out with unstable people in dark alleys? Let me know. Aaron Carter is gone from Dancing with the Stars, but memories of him being a pussy live on, as evidenced by this flash mob this week in our courtyard. Wow. What a bunch of pussies. So on Dancing with the Stars, it was the semifinals, and I know the season is coming to a close because I'm running out of ways to question Bruno's sense of decorum. Joanna Krupa was his favorite, and she was eliminated. But he left her with something to remember him by.
Delicious and flirtatious. Truly pretty in pink. A dazzler you are.
He doesn't creep you out at all.
Of course Bruno doesn't creep her out. This was her dance. On The Amazing Race, the racers went to Estonia and found a Renaissance festival in somebody's basement, and Matt had to face his most difficult challenge: reading comprehension.
Ascend into the cellar, where you may choose a candelabra. Candelabra. I have no idea what a candelabra is. I have no idea what a candelabra is. Are you a candelabra? Can you lead me to a special room? I don't freaking get it. Am I missing something?
Come on, Bret Michaels Bandana, lead me to the candelabra. Things are really heating up on For the Love of Ray J. It's not getting any more excited, just certain body parts are really heating up. It's very unsightly. Anyway, Ray J finds out that Luscious had intercourse with one of his friends. I'm sorry, I mean, she smashed the homie.
Now I feel like it's time for me to talk to Luscious about the smash the homie situation. Yeah, that one. Wait a minute. So you and Dre one messed around before? She tells me that she smashed the homie.
She told me a little bit, but she didn't.
I know, but don't you think she should have told me that she smashed the homie? Luscious, let's just keep it real. You smashed the homie.
I meant it for the love of Ray J. She smashed the homie, and she's still here.
Calm down. I know she smashed the homie.
She smashed the homie? Oh, for the love of Ray J. Things got nutty on the runs this week. Disappointed with all his team losses, Brad got loaded on some Thai voodoo moonshine or something because he then wandered into a room full of muscled dudes who weren't mad at him and demanded they fight him.
I'm gonna break your damn teeth, son. I don't need no iron. I'm already better at it. I got my you in your situation, son. Why the you sitting there? I have no need to stand up to you because you're a bitch. No, I'm good right here. That's why, man. When good ass. Come on, do it, bitch. Damn it.
Looks like the beginning of Rent. Come on, Brad. There's still time for you to break out his teeth right after you regain consciousness. Where are they? Of course, they were both sent home. Brad, any regrets?
I just never meant for anything like this to happen. And had I not been drinking, and had I not been in a stressful environment, this never would have happened between Darrell and I. And I really am truly sorry for what I did.
But I'll be back for the next challenge. Woohoo! Go blue team! Yeah, we're gonna get so wasted. What? Oh, the camera's over here? Oh, hey. On $1 Million Listing, Chad's life coach has convinced him to take his girlfriend Victoria on a romantic weekend getaway. But Chad decides to leave on business for 8 hours. Then he just makes things worse.
I want to make a toast to my 2 favorite girls in the whole wide world for understanding I had to leave today to do my thing. And I just have to say that business comes first, you know?
Sorry, sweetheart, I didn't mean to say that. Hair comes first, then business, then little rat dog, then you. Sorry, hair, my bad. Thank you. Ghost adventurers travel to Italy to look for spirits on the haunted island of Boviglia. They haven't a budget to go to Italy. Anyway. Not being able to speak Italian didn't stop Zach Baggins from calling out the ghost because apparently the undead can speak the international language of Tool.
Dattore. Ti ricordi di me? Ti ricordi di me? Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Fatti vedere. Show yourself.
The ghost responded by saying, I'm over here, face. I'll be right back.
Hold on, the soupiest stuff is up next, including Leave It to Llamas and the kick-ass clip of the week.
Hi.
In Hot Man News, Johnny Depp has been named People Magazine's 2009 Sexiest Man Alive. Yeah. Sorry, Hef, they said alive. I'm a boat captain. There are other people featured inside, one of whom's presence I can't explain. Fortunately, or unfortunately, Wendy Williams can.
Look at that! Now, Joel does the soup on E, and we think of him as all kinds of funny and all that other kind of stuff. You know, and with the jokes, sometimes you get a mixed message, like, is he good looking or is he good looking? This right here is all kind of sinister good looking. That right there will chase you around the room and spank you.
Matt, get out here. Who have you been talking to?
That is not fair. You told me I couldn't run.
I'll spank him when it cools down. Let's take some E. On E's wild animal show, Leave It to Llamas, the llamas poop all over the... Oh, wait. Llamas. Llamas. Okay, well, here, Shane Llamas planning something.
I think I'm just gonna do like a little low-key, you know, family brunch. No brunch. I'd say dinner. No, I say lunch.
You say lunch?
Lunch, brunch. What is the freaking difference?
Lunch, brunch.
Is because brunch is right after breakfast. So do people have breakfast, brunch, and lunch? And dinner?
Breakfast, brunch, and lunch.
Breakfast, brunch,
lunch is
dinner.
in between breakfast and lunch.
And then you're supposed to have 2 snacks in between that. Freaking A.
No, Shane, it goes breakfast, lunch, dinner, high school, E-reality show, obscurity, drug habit, E-true Hollywood story, then either death or another E-reality show, or both. I don't know. Yep. At least you avoided the sex tape in high school. And now our clip of the week. It's been said you should never ask a woman her age, but I submit if that woman is Sofia Vergara appearing on The View, you shouldn't ask her anything. Anything!
You're a single mom of a teenage son who's 18.
I
Girl,
know,
you look
it's
so
hard.
good.
I cannot lie about my age because they count and they, you know.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I
What if you had
can't.
it when you were 12?
Yeah, 13.
13,
I
yeah.
was raped.
What's it like?
I didn't know Roman Polanski spent time in Colombia. See you next week.